forest zone. Jaune left the cave and heard fighting, and found a familiar girl in a hood. Then what she didn't notice that a Beowulf was sneaking up on her. As he pulled out a gun and blew the Grimm's head off, Ruby looked over her shoulder and saw Jaune with a smoking pistol. Jaune. Hey there, Ruby. Looks like we're partners. Ruby. Yeah, besties. She hugged him hard as their positivity warded off the Grimm, but a certain negativity from somewhere attracted the Grimm away. Jaune. I think I found the relic, or it's just some shiny rock. He pulls out the emerald to show Ruby. Ruby. Oh, shiny. Jaune. But I think if its groups were meant to find the relics together, this might be just a rock. Ruby. You gonna keep it? Jaune. Yeah, I think I like it. Ruby. Okay, well, if that's not the relic, I think I got an idea to get to the place we need to go. One ride later. Ruins. Young. Well, partner, what should we take? Blake, I think. Then two haggard and battered girls ran to the ruins with a death stalker after them. They heard loud laughing as a boy and girl riding an Ursa crashed into the ruins. Nora. Aw, it's broken. Well, there's more fish in the sea. Blake. Did that girl ride an Ursa? Young. Alright, calm down for 2 seconds. Ruby. Cowabunga. As they saw Jaune holding Ruby landing with his rocket shoes. Ruby. You never said you had to get shoes. Jaune. I don't go around and broadcast it, so people can try and steal them.
Yang. Ruby.
You okay? Blake. Did they just rode a Nevermore? Weiss. This day has been nothing but surprises. Hurrah. Hey, that Thins is circling back. Young. Great, now that the gang is all here, we can die together. Jaune. Don't be a pessimist. Ruby. Not if I have something to do about it. She converts Crescent Rose to rifle mode and took pot shots at the bird only for it to be agitated and launch its feathers at the little reaper. She ducked and dodged until one impaled her cape, sticking her in place.
Yang. Ruby.
She screamed as she tries to save her. Ruby. In stuck. The Nevermore launched another barrage of feathers.
Jaune. Ruby.
Play this while reading further. Reach for the Stars Orchestra version. He screams as he reached out unknowingly. The emerald in his pocket shined bright as the world suddenly faded into a grayscale version of itself. Shocked at the scene, he saw the world stood still as he noticed the gem glowing in his pocket as he pulled out and stares at it. Jaune, what in the world are you? Then a voice whispered to him. The servants of the seven chaos. Chaos is power, power enriched of the heart. The servant is the one that unifies the chaos. Jaune, chaos is power, power enriched by the heart. He then sped faster than the speed of light to Ruby as he removed the feather and picked her up and sped back to Yang's side. As time slowly resumes, Yang was shocked to see Ruby vanish for a split second, only to hear someone land next to her, and she sees Ruby in Jaune's arms blushing up a storm. Yang took Ruby and hugged her tight. Yang, don't you ever do something reckless like that again. And you? Thank you. Jaune nods as the others were stupefied by the insane speed this mysterious student has. Blake wondered what kind of faunus was he to possess such speed. Jaune began glowing with energy as he launched himself at the Nevermore, while the rest deal with the Death Stalker and other Grimm that followed Weiss and Pyrrha. Jaune then forms two Chaos Spheres and teleports behind the Nevermore, stabbing its wings force it to crash to the cliffside. Weiss led the assault kind of haphazardly, but acceptable for a leader. Weiss froze the Death Stalker in place as Pyrrha noticed a previous injury in its tail and severs it. Weiss, you two hit it with everything you got. Nora smiled and laid a barrage on its shell only for it to be ineffective. Run. Schneal, aim for the eyes, try, and use more ice to pierce its underbelly. Weiss accepted the advice and managed to land a lethal wound. Pyrrha lacked communication and took a grenade from Nora and slid down the stalker's face and shoved it down its throat, finally killing it. Weiss. Well, good job, team. Rian. Could have been better, but it's a start, leader. Meanwhile, the other team. Ruby. He's got it pinned. We need to assist. Yang. But how? Ruby. Blake, give your end of the ribbon to Yang. Make a slingshot. Blake. Okay. They made a makeshift slingshot while Ruby was loading a gravity magazine. Seeing this, Jaune launched a chaos spear at the team. Yang. What's he doing? The spear shatters to motes of light and lands on them. Yang. What the heck? It feels like my semblance is at full power. Blake. I feel much stronger. Ruby. I feel like I'm on a sugar rush. Let's go. She launches herself at the Never. More as Jaune sees this, he jumps off as Ruby ENT past him and decapitated the bird. Jaune then catches her as they land. Ruby. Jaune, you don't have to keep doing it that. Jaune. Let me ask you this, do you still have gravity dust left? Ruby. She just blew her last clip. Jaune. How fast can you reload while falling? Ruby. Jaune. And if I didn't catch you, your sister will kill me. Ruby. Okay. She grumbles as he chuckles. Later. Beacon Auditorium. Ozpin, Ruby Rose, Jaune S. Polendina, Blake Belladonna, and Yang Xiaolong is now Team RJBY, Ruby, led by Ruby Rose. Yang. That's my sister. Blake smiles.
Jaune, congratulations.
Weiss Schnee, Pyrrha Nikos, Nora Valkyrie, and Lyrin now Team SNBR, Silver, led by Weiss Schnee. Pyrrha politely clapped as she was sad that her partner wanted her for her fame. Nora was shouting and Ron was clapping. Jaune. I feel bad for that girl. Ruby. Uha paired up with a snobabrat. But I'm glad you're my partner. She hugs him as he ruffles her hair.